are back with Tommy Rocks. He's like the Beatle guy. But, and he also is the owner of Tommy Rocks Music Store in Jerome, if you've ever been up there. He also created the Jerome Ukulele Orchestra and the Sedona Ukulele Posse. I'm not sure what the difference is. We're going to find out. Last year, he performed about 175 nights. His wife hardly ever sees him. No, just kidding. And you play not only original music, but covers of rock and roll. Rock and roll.
That's
it
easy to
doesn't
say.
roll off your tongue very well. Rock and roll as well. Tommy Rocks, actually, a.k.a. Tommy Anderson. Great to have you back. It's been a few years.
It's been a few years, yeah. I think the last time I was here, we did the rebirth of ukuleles, because I'm an ukulele player.
Yeah, and you say it ukulele. Is that the way
it's ukulele,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a Hawaiian word, and Hawaiians really take offense if we say ukulele.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
we're
go, those
butchering the
crazy
language.
Americans.
Yeah.
Of course, they're an American too now, so they
Sure,
can't complain,
sure.
right? But
And it's more fun to say ukulele.
so what's the difference between a ukulele orchestra and a ukulele posse, or is it just that one's in Jerome, one's in Sedona?
A little bit with that. So it's been 3.5 years ago that I started the Jerome Ukulele Orchestra, and the reason I did it was just to bring the community together, because I noticed there was a lot of people, neighbors, and it's a small town, and they weren't really hanging out with each other. And I thought, you know what, the best way to do it? We'll play some songs, eat some food, have a drink.
Nothing like music and food to bring people together, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And ukulele, I say it right?
Yeah.
Ukulele is huge. It just took this big upsurge, I think, when Jake.
Shimabukuro.
Thank you for saying
I
that
just
for
saw
me.
him last week up in Flagstaff.
Phenomenal. Here's a kid who just, somebody posted him playing the ukulele on YouTube, and now he's huge. We saw him at the Orpheum in Phoenix a few years ago, and amazing
Amazing
kid.
player.
I mean, he can play. Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember the song, but it's a very
While
difficult
My Guitar
Beatles
Gently
song.
Weeps.
Weeps, thank
He
you, George
does
Harrison
that.
song,
He
on
does,
ukulele,
yeah. He does a song by Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, you can
Phenomenal.
do anything.
And you
Because
can probably
it's just
do
an
those
instrument. It's a thing with strings.
Yeah, but it's has less range than, let's say, a guitar, right?
Less range, but you just work around that. It's like driving a car or a truck. You just drive them differently.
So how long have you been playing the guitar and the, and then the ook came lady? You say it ook? That sounds really funny. You say it ook.
No, you would say uke. So that's where it gets confusing.
Oh,
uke or ukulele. And it's
Okay.
I had to train myself to say it correctly. We all did. We all had to relearn it. Yeah. So I started playing guitar right at the time that I was going in the Army. And previous to that, I was a farm kid, so I grew up on a farm in Minnesota. And, I always loved music, but I never thought I could play guitar. Then I heard a statement by Henry Ford. He said, if you think you can or think you can't, you're right either way.
Wow.
So I thought,
and he would
"Geez,
know.
Who's stopping me from playing? So I traded my first really bad motorcycle for a really bad guitar. And ironically, I still drive a motorcycle. I still play guitar.
But you have a better motorcycle now and a better guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And you found out you could do it. Now you also write your own music.
I do.
All right.
It's almost impossible not to write your own music.
Once you get into it heavily,
Yeah. And I've got 10 CDs out and a bunch of singles, and half of those are cover material, like Beatles or whatnot.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Half of
I
them
have
are originals.
I have a couple. And now this is a Beatles one, Rubber Revolver, B3 or something.
So that came out last January.
Wow, so that's kind of a new one. I see we have Back in the USSR, and I've just seen a face, Taxman, 8 Days a Week, Uncle Albert. I mean, these are awesome. Jumping to the Beatles guy, speaking of, you are called the Beatles guy, and why?
You know what?
Round glasses. No.
No, you know what? This is just, I need to have these. But it started probably 2005, 2006. I threw together a band for a George Harrison tribute thing, and the club owner wouldn't let us go. She goes, you got to come back. And I said, no, this was just a one-off thing. So she goes, no, talk to the band. And I had 2 girl background singers, keyboardist, bassist, drums, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So I said, you guys want to do this again? You want to come back? And they said, of course we would. So then the next month was the anniversary of John Lennon's death. So it's like, well, if we're coming back, let's do all John Lennon.
Sure.
So we did all George Harrison that first time.
Amazing.
All John the next time.
You just keep going.
Yep.
Now you have a gig coming up too. We've got a flyer Beatles gig thing coming up.
Yeah, so next Thursday, the 22nd, I'll be at Yavapai College on the big stage in Clarkdale. So it's over in the
Clarkdale campus.
Yep, the Clarkdale campus. And
Melissa and her husband can go to that.
yes, yes. And, you know, and it's always fun. And in fact, I just was doing a couple shows last weekend. Once a month, I do a Beatles show on the final Friday of each month at Vino di Sedona in Sedona. And I've been doing that a couple years. And so what I started doing a couple years ago is I just put up a spare microphone. So if you're in the audience, you want to sing, just get up and sing with me.
Oh no, it's a sing-along.
So now I have a bunch of
That
people
is so
that
cool.
come every month. It's the biggest thing that's ever hit Sedona.
Everybody loves the Beatles. Now,
Yeah.
you do original songs, as you said. Now, this one is an original song CD.
That is,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
That's-
will you play us an original song?
I'll play you one that I just wrote last week, and
Oh,
I finished it this
okay.
morning at about 6:20 this morning.
All right, let's hear that original.
It's a brand new song, and so it's never seen the light of day yet.
And what are you calling this?
I've got a great title for it.
Oh, okay.
Like I'd Like to Like You.
Oh, but I don't? All
And
right.
once again, it has a little Beatle-y kind of feel to it.
All right, Tommy rocks.
It's a brand new song here.
You shouldn't live all by yourself. You shouldn't put me on the shelf. 'Cause if you knew me, I think you'd like me, like me, like me. It's a sign of the times. Look at me, rhyming rhymes. Look at the clock, there goes the time. The clock's going tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. It's a sign of the times. Look at me, rhyming rhymes. Look at the clock, there goes the time. The clock's going tick-tock, 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 and I shouldn't live all by myself. And I think I'd like you in my life. 'Cause if I knew you, I think I'd like you, like you, like you. Like you, like you. Like you, like you.
I love it. That is great. Time, love, like, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Hey,
yeah.
listen, how about while you're standing up there, do a Beatles song, because I think you're going to do like my favorite Beatles song, right?
There's a lot of favorite ones in there.
But the one you mentioned,
How about?
Imagine.
Sure.
Yes,
And you know what?
Imagine.
This is a perfect song for the world today. So a lot of times I'll end my Beatles shows this way.
It is so poignant.
It's a good message to send home to everybody.
Love it. We'll see if you're really the Beatles guy here.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill, nothing to die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. And you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. Wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing
Tommy Anderson.
on the
Don't go away. We're going to be
world.
right back.
You may say I'm a dreamer,